Hey friends, today's video is a recap on one of my recent markets. I will go over how I set up, how I packed, and how I did and what were my top sellers at this market. So stay tuned. Hey friends, my name is Diana and this time right now is market time for me. I have two more after this specific market that I'm talking about today. Like I said, I am going to be going over what were my best sellers, which were a little bit of a surprise. And also I had some weather I had to deal with. As you watch the video, pay attention because I do share some tips and tricks for better opportunity for engagement. I share some tips on how to be. In this video, I will be sharing tips on I will be sharing some tips that I used at this market that actually brought me some business. So let's just get started with our video today. Well, I'm taking a few different things for this market. This setup is the same, but I'm going to try something new to hang up my beanies that I'm taking because I haven't taken beanies since last year because it's now cooler weather. So there's a box of beanies and then I have another box. It's this top box. So I'm taking one extra box. I'm taking snowmen. I'm taking a nativity, taking some Christmas things. I didn't make any more of those just because I already had them in stock. Then I need to put these things in my fanny pack and go over my checklist. I have my other things right there. And then all this stuff. So we'll just load it in the morning. I've done this market before. I just did a market 2 weeks ago. So I just had to double check. My mystery bags are in here. And I gotta make sure and grab out my fanny pack out of there. My bag of stuff to do is ready to go. My lunch is ready to go. I have change. So this should be a good one. Took out something that is more Halloween, and I'm keeping the turkey because he is cute. So there we go. Good to go. Let's see how it does tomorrow. Here's my spot. I get to be next to a tree. So we're gonna start setting up. Hallelujah. Okay, I have this set up. My husband helped me. Similar setup to last time. I will attach any videos that I've done of markets so you can see the different setups that I've done. But truthfully, I did not set up this market before I came, and I just kind of went off the last time I did a market. So mystery bags, still need to get a cute sign for that, but for right now, that's what they look like. And I just made these little signs in Canva and put them by my dogs. Because, well, a fox isn't really a dog, but it's okay. And then my cute ostrich that is the bomb. She's just going to hang out with the cats because I didn't want her to hit the ground. So here are my cats. I'm happy with how they got set up. There we go. Then I have my axolotls. Then I wasn't sure where to put my smaller turtles, so I put them there. I might have a place for them over on this other place, but then I pulled out my beanies because it is getting cooler, even though it says it says it's 64, but it sure feels like a warm 64 today. Then my QR code for my Instagram, and then more beanies. These I already made, and then I have, because I have pockets, I put the extras in there, which I thought, let's use the pockets. And I have a random scarf, because who knows where to put that. Then I have my mouse in the house. I have 4 of those with their little story. And then I decided to do my stocking stuffers with just the little random things that don't really have a home, because they usually, for me, go in a tray, which is one of my beanies. And my husband hung up my sign, which looks fabulous. And then I only put a few of the flowers out. They're not really Christmassy, but we're just gonna roll with that. Then we have birds. An eagle isn't Christmassy, but you know what? It's okay. Then my Christmas trees. If you see anything that you'd like a pattern for, I can give you the links. Then here's my business cards. And then ornaments, which are left over from last year, and we're just gonna roll with that. Then I discovered, or was inspired by a friend, to hang up my levies with I guess they're pant hangers. So they're still on an O-ring, but then these were easier to get on and off than the shower curtain clips that I was using before. Then we have the farmyard with the chicken and a cat, because fat cat. And then I just flipped my baskets from last time. And then random frogs. Then my random turtles and my dinosaurs. And then, you know, rabbits. My pouches. And then this is what I wanted to do with my beanies, some of them, is to hang them up so you could see how cool they are. And then I have my canvas totes and my hats. I wanted to show you this really cool shirt. I designed it in Canva. It is my logo that's AI generated. I just told it what I wanted to do. And so that is my logo on my business cards, on anything that I do. It's there, except my banner. I'm not going to redo that because that's expensive. So I already had a compliment on it. So it's Scrappy Warrior Woman Crochet. So there you go. Just wanted to share what I look like today. It's a different shirt, and I'm happy that I did it. Work off Canva. And no, I'm not sponsored by Canva. I just really like them. So there you go. Okay, we're just going to do a quick perusal of this market. Here I am set up. I have some friends over here. I was going to go see if I can find my friend real quick and say hi to her from last time. I know she's here. She's just not next to me. So I know she's not on that far side. So this is kind of what people... Oh, here's the other crochet people. That was a large something. I don't know what that was. I think it was a large strawberry. So these are our food vendors. I don't know what those are. Pop bottles. That's cute. Look at that. That's cute. And then I think my friend's over here. She's here yet. And if not, I have walked the whole thing. Because I guess last time there was a crochet person and I didn't realize it. And I didn't even know. So I could, I guess, hang my purses. Oh, that might be something that I do, is hang them from, this person did crochet stuff. Handmade with love, and they are completely different than me. And don't tell me there's another one, because that would be really frustrating. I think there's 4 of us, and she told me that there's going to be a limit. Okay. Now there's one. Hers is so cute, different. And there's our more purses. And pumpkins, just different. Yeah, different styles. I guess there's 4 of us. Well, that's a little frustrating. And I don't see my friend yet. Huh, she must not be here. Or she's on the other side. I just saw someone else hang their purses up high, so I still had some of these hooks. They are pant hangers, so I decided to hang up some of my items that were more worth hanging up. So these bags, I still have quite a few, and then I decided to hang my other bags up here at the top. I'm going to do a little bit of a breakdown. This market is, again, a little quieter than I thought it would be. I have made up my booth fee and I'm about $15 over, so there's that. So that's happy. I have sold some things, again, that I didn't think I was going to sell. and I just happy with it. So I wanted to give a quick tip to engage your customers as they walk by. So I greeted this lady as she was walking by. I said, hello, how are you? And then she walked right in and was kind of just lightly visiting with her. And she ended up buying, you know, a smaller item, but she bought something. And I don't think if I had not engaged her, she would not have bought anything. So, you know, there's a tip. Engage without being too overly aggressive. I have an hour left, and I hope that those clouds don't dump. So, yeah, no, that wouldn't be fun. My iPad, I am going to go over the sales that I had at this market. I did say in the video that it was a little bit slower. I actually ended up making $230.98. I want to be transparent. It really wasn't as much as I was hoping. I was hoping to make maybe double that, but there was also crocheters, but we were very different in our crochet styles, which wasn't, you know, here or there. The one that was closest in style to me actually came over and we visited, and we're friends on Instagram now. And she's a super nice lady. We just crochet differently. I use a different yarn than she does, and that's fine. And I was able to make up my booth fee. And also the average sale was $17.77. The breakdown, because I use Square to track my inventory and my sales and to take card payments, which I really love. I am not sponsored by Square, but it was about 50-50 where people used Zelle or cash, and then one person I think used Venmo, and then the rest were card. Fees for Square was only $4.13, which is pretty awesome. Top items that sold were my Oak and Marlow bunnies. I had them with the little pockets and little headbands. And then I sold 2 of those. I sold a cat, I sold a Oak and Marlow duck, and then I sold a dragon. So for my next markets, I'm looking at these things thinking, okay, people really want these items, so I'm going to go through my stash that I usually take, and some things have gone with me with several markets. I'm not going to take as many. I'm going to clear those out, and I'm going to be making different things because that's what the people want. The top selling items were, I sold 9 amigurumi. Oh, and it breaks it down for me even better. So in that were the Oak and Marlow. I sold a couple mystery bags. I sold a couple axolotls. I need to replace those because those were actual colored axolotls. So they were like pink salmon color. And I have other ones that are like, there's a blue one and a yellow one. The ones that are most like a axolotl, I highly recommend making your creatures or your creations, unless specifically asked for a custom order with the actual colors that the animals are, because people will buy them like that. So tip 10. So I sold 3 cats, and those were, I sold a mini loaf. So the Anne Caraway cat, she makes a little mini loaf. I sold an Oak and Marlow one, and then I sold the ones, I think it's called Pogsley Place, that they go in a little house that's a cat house. I sold 3 backpack buddies. I had a Light Fury, a Night Fury, and then it just is a backpack buddy. Oh, it was a bee, because someone wanted a bee. His sister collected them, so he was thinking of something fun for her. So that was fun, because he's like, do you have something that starts with a B that's a bug? And thankfully I had a bee. I sold 1 dog. So I sold this little tiny poodle, which was really funny because I had a custom order with that pattern, but they wanted it a smaller dog and they wanted it with fluffy fur. But I wanted to see how the pattern worked up. So that was the kind of beta testing on the pattern, and I was able to sell that. So that worked out really good. So do you ever do that? Do you ever like test something and then go, oh, I don't need to make it again, or oh, okay, that's how it goes? Drop them in the comments if that happens to you. Do you do markets? I would love to hear your successes, your failures, your questions, anything. And we have a great community here, and people will help if you reach out. Really appreciate you taking the time to watch my channel. Your views count and help boost my channel and sends it out to other people. Hoping this video was helpful for you.
and answered any questions that you had. Happy crocheting. Happy market vending if you do that as well.